Shalom, Akim, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Baal Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baal Hashem, Kakadash. I belong to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, doing the work of truth, sincerity. We're going to get into a few things that's been happening in the news. So, this first video, without further ado.
Yeah, it'll speak for itself. The things that have been happening is just a big smear campaign, you know, built behind getting this third world war. I mean, this civil war started amongst the people.
Right. And of course, the first thing I do want to say is this Ecclesiasticus or Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 11, verse 7. Blame not before thou has examined the truth. Understand first, then rebuke. What else do it say? Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk. So let's
so understand before you make your judgments about the matter. At least you look foolish.
When
the truth of the matter is brought out.
So now we're gonna play this first video.
What did you do? Why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me. Smile with your teeth. Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
Right, now that video was the infamous cat video where somebody was eating a cat. Mind you, that woman is not Haitian. She's actually a black American woman.
From Ohio. What's going on in Ohio?
Right.
Eating the dogs and eating the cats.
Right.
Like it's just like, you know, these large amount of events. Even the sheriff was like, you know, no, we didn't get no calls like that.
Right, none. Yep, so here goes the next video.
Haitians have made national headlines yet again, and this time we're being accused of eating pets. As silly as this may sound, this is a smear campaign, a vile attack against the Haitian people. This all began in August at a Springfield City Commission meeting when a 28-year-old man claimed without evidence that Haitian migrants were going to local parks, stealing ducks, beheading them, and then eating them. This image then went viral, but it's out of context. Also, this man isn't Haitian. The police revealed that he's South African. Then, on a Springfield Facebook group, someone claimed that a friend's cat went missing. Days later, allegedly, this cat was found, strung up and butchered by a Haitian migrant. There is no evidence of this story being true, not even a police report. A video, however, did go viral of a young black American woman who was in a manic episode and allegedly she ate a cat in front of her neighbors. But let's be clear, this young woman is not Haitian. She's not even a migrant. She is American, but somehow Haitians are the villains. This story has flooded social media. Racist images depicting Haitians as a threat, as dangerous, are being spread all around, and prominent figures like J.D. Vance, Elon Musk, Ted Cruz are perpetuating these lies. J.D. Vance's tweet alone has over 10 million views, even though the Springfield City spokesperson and the Springfield Police Department have debunked these lies. Eating cat is not a culinary tradition in Haiti. We eat chicken, beef, pork, goat, and make no mistake about it, our food is top notch. But let's be real, this is not a discussion about Haiti's culinary practices. This is about dehumanizing, degrading, villainizing the Haitian people. Time and time again, we see it. Earlier this year, there were viral claims about Haitians being cannibals. And these lies are easily perpetuated because the public is predisposed to see Haitians as subhuman. And this is dangerous because our perspective will impact our policies. Haiti's. Do you remember in the 1990s, all across the United States, there was a viral rumor that Haitians were responsible for AIDS in the United States. Media and public figures worked together to spread these lies. The FDA even banned Haitians from donating blood in the 1990s because they thought we were the source of the problem. And the dehumanization of Haitians dates back to the birth of our nation, when our ancestors in 1804 defeated their colonial powers and declared independence from France, creating the first free black republic in the world. Haiti was a threat to the existing world order because we became the first nation to permanently abolish slavery, and slavery fueled the world's economy at that time. So there was a concerted effort to destabilize Haiti by dehumanizing our people and belittling our victory. Take a look at this viral cartoon from the 1830s after Haiti gained independence. It depicts a caricature of a Haitian ambassador meeting with the U.S. president. The Haitian ambassador is a subhuman creature who speaks a broken English, and the odor that he gives is foul. Perspective impacts policy. The United States didn't recognize Haiti as an independent sovereign nation until 1862. Nearly 60 years after our independence. These attacks are not new. Haitians are constantly defending our humanity, justifying our presence, and we will not lose hope. As we fight for the advancement of our people, we'll continue to call out these racist attacks. Viva Haiti!
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They flipping cars in the middle of the street. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them like.
Notice he had what? That looked like a MAGA shirt on, buddy.
Yeah. You know, he's probably one of the police officers or something like that, dressed as a regular Jake and shit, trying to smear.
Pause real quick.
It's already paused.
Oh. You know, can you go to that on Democracy Now! at 3 minutes? Mm-hmm. That's when Vance says they made it up and shit, basically.
Oh, don't got that one, huh?
No, that was on Democracy Now!
Yeah, hold on for a second, Akim. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick.
It's gonna be the whole screen.
Okay.
It was September 16th.
Mm-hmm. September 16th, you said?
Yeah. Said 3 minutes.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. A 58-year-old white man has been to repeat racist comments about Haitian immigrants living in Springfield, Ohio, including false claims about immigrants eating cats and dogs. During a CNN interview, Vance admitted he was willing to, quote, create stories.
The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dan. Until Donald Trump and I start talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dan.
He was willing to, quote, create stories.
The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dan.
So now you know that all this is a lie. So let's keep going.
And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid for
coming here from another country and having no respect for our people, our land, or our life's work. People living their life here the way they did in Haiti, angry, stealing, polluting, living in filth, and acting like animals. These are not civilized people. Opening containers in our grocery stores, helping themselves to what's inside and throwing the rest onto the shelves and floors. Pulling off of the highway to publicly clean and gut the roadkill.
And let's not forget what Trump said during his first term, well, about the shithole countries, right? That wasn't that Trump that said that?
Yeah, now that's what they turned this into.
Gun.
You know, a shithole country.
Right, well, America has been a shithole country. It's the only country that goes around the world fucking up other countries.
Right.
So.
Hey, it wasn't when Black Wall Street was booming.
Right, right.
It was actually a very productive country.
Mm-hmm.
Rosewood and these different towns, you know.
Right, right. Let's keep going.
Lying there in front of anyone that passes by, stealing animals from farmers and leaving their severed heads at the side of an old school where children play, relieving themselves in public, making some barbaric stew out of the birds that live in our park. This is insanity, and it has to stop.
So when you have something like immigration,
so it's actually bullshit, and that's why we played this Democracy Now! One. I'm gonna play it one more again, so for those who didn't hear it.
Create stories. So
right on the mark.
If I have to,
but it wasn't just a meme.
Create stories. Trump and I start talking about cat memes. If I have to,
but it wasn't just a meme.
Create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana. If I have to,
but it wasn't just a meme.
Create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana. If I have to,
but it wasn't just a meme.
Create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana.
And that's why I brought out that scripture first, you know. What was it? Ecclesiastes 11:7. You know, blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first, then rebuke. Because these devils just admitted that they create stories, man. And this was a story that was created. He lied about it. He falsified it. Him and Trump got together to lie. That's what they did. They got together to lie.
I mean, wasn't Trump the one that was when in the first election for Trump, he was talking about fake news and all this other
right,
BS.
Right.
But I mean, it just goes to show that, you know, he's still part of the scheme that they use as far as pushing false propaganda and fabricated stories.
Gone. This is Ecclesiastes or Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Yeah. So that's for all you Trump supporters, man. He's still the devil.
Right.
He's the same devil he has been.
That old serpent.
Right. It's just like because just because Kamala is a pretendian don't mean you vote for Trump. Don't vote for neither of them.
Hey, it's an analogy right here. You're gonna have to give it to him, man.
Right. A bowl of hot, smelly piss or a bowl of warm, freshly boiled shit.
Right. They
like,
give you a choice. Man. They say, hey, you can drink this hot ass bowl of this hot ass large tall glass of frothy first of the morning period piss.
Right.
And squirt.
Right. And squirt. Or you can drink this bowl of hot, bubbling, fresh diarrhea. First of the what is that? That taco? What's that? Like Pops? Remember Pops up in Fridays and shit? John Witherspoon.
Right.
Big burrito dookie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hot liquid shit. Which one you want?
Dairy bubble guts.
Right. Goddamn dairy. Ooh.
Right. Ooh. And there's actually another thing. I mean, I forget the number, but there's more than two parties.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I mean, we don't vote. because to vote is to vow, and you shouldn't be vowing anything for this country. However, if you're going to do it, what did the Lord say? If you put anybody above you, it's supposed to be of your own people.
Right.
And ain't none of these devils your people. Not the Pretendian, and she's also a woman. Or the Edomites, man. The devils, man.
Right.
You know, the only people you really got left is that, what's the dude named Cornel West, man.
Right.
It's really all you got left. Otherwise, don't vote at all.
I got appreciate it.
All right, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 59:4. None calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity.
Hey, let's listen to this one more
Hold up, I got another precept to follow behind.
Come on, go ahead.
This is Psalm 37:12. The wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth.
Who are we? And on that note, let's play this one more time.
If I have to,
But it wasn't just a meme,
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana.
That's what he's going to do. That's what he did.
So if you got to lie, hey, that's what you're going to do. And that's what he did. And the whole world believed it.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was all bullshit.
Hey, none calleth for justice and none pleadeth for truth out here.
Right.
In a time where people can be whatever they want to be, they can identify as a fucking deer. And they want to be identified as a fighter, a fucking F-16 fighter plane.
Right.
They can do that. You know, this is the age where people don't want to take heed to the truth. It's at an all-time high, man.
You know. All right, let's go to the next one. Unless y'all got something.
Yeah, go ahead.
John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
So he is a liar and the father of it. One more again before we move on to the next video.
Say, what scripture is that?
John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil.
Right.
The lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth. Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
Right, the father of lies. When we call these Edomites the devil, is because they are deceivers. They are liars. And he just admitted. We just watched a whole video on them saying the Haitian immigrants is eating cats and dogs and shit, and it's all a lie, and he admitted it.
But
he admitted it's a lie. Yeah.
For that, when he says American people, he's doing it for the average Edomite
right.
man and woman.
Exactly. The average American Edomite man and woman, so they can have the excuse to talk shit, basically.
To deal violent
if I
acts.
have to,
But it
if
wasn't
I
just
have
a
to
meme.
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana.
Crush blow.
But wait a minute. They're not doing shit about these Venezuelans and these Ishmaelites coming over to this country and doing all types of crimes and taking over apartment buildings.
Right. Only the Haitians, because the Haitians and the so-called American Negroes look the same.
Right.
We are the same people.
Oh, that leads you into that nigger.
Yep.
It says Isaiah 59:4. The webs shall not become. Their webs shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. And that webs, this is a good comparison from the book written by Sir Walter Scott, written in 1808. It's a phrase: "Oh, what a tangled web we weave, when first we practice to deceive." Right? Because those lies are those webs. Because once it says, it means when you act dishonestly, you are initiating problems in a domino structure of complications, which will eventually run out of control. right? Because this is all a psyop plan. It'll eventually, run out of control, which ultimately it's gonna force the 12 tribes back together.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's gonna force them together. Because why? They're setting up that battlefield. That civil war is about to begin.
Because what this campaign really is about the Venezuelans or the Haitians, the immigrants, those immigrants, is basically to put Jake against them.
Well, 12,000 of those Venezuelans are part of LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit. From the 12,000 from the tribe.
From each tribe.
Yeah.
Haitians, Venezuela, all of that, man.
And they coming, so the Most High is really bringing them all here.
Yep.
For the ultimate deliverance
and the ultimate judgment. Yep. Yep. Because Esau's goal is to just pit all of our people against each other.
And rub his hands together like Birdman in the background.
Yep.
But the Heavenly Father gonna make them turn and be like, hey, man.
Yep.
But that's what they got robots for, because they call that they fail safe. Well, the robots fight these niggers for us.
Yep.
These niggers.
So moving on.
So when you have something like immigration, what it basically is the super rich people saying, I need more brokey time and energy. But the brokies, the native brokies, want too much money for their time and energy, or they want health care, or they want work standards, or they want pensions. No, I need pure slavery. I need slaves. So government, we would like you, using their money, we're going to give you lots of money to let in lots of immigrants so that the brokey bubble inflates with super brokies.
Super brokies, right. So draw one.
Yeah.
How racist can I make this drawing?
As racist as possible, please. Sure. Super brokies, so that we can get the super brokies to do what we want, so I can get further up the rich scale. That's effectively what's happening. Now, when they bring in the super brokies, this is very bad for the brokies, because the brokies now are less valuable, their time is worth less, their wages go down, plus they have to live amongst the super brokies. But the rich people don't care about that, because the rich people don't live anywhere near the super brokies. The rich people live separate. So the rich people are asking the government to bring in all these immigrants so that they can get richer, the poor can end up poorer, and the poor areas become terrible, and the rich places stay fine. What's actually interesting is the brokey bubble's expanding in real time because they're inflating the currency, because the government also has a secret deal with these super rich people here, a star here and a star here, and that deal is to print unlimited money so anyone who owns assets gets to get richer than ever before. So this is happening, which is also expanding the brokey bubble, and now we're at the point where they're actually starting to take the middle class and the people who used to be a little bit rich, and they're getting added to the brokey bubble. So the brokey bubble is now expanding out, and the kind of rich people are now becoming broke, because having $3 or $4 million used to make you rich, now it makes you a fucking peasant. It means nothing, and before you know it, you're living amongst this guy with a knife.
And if you listen to the full clip, he says, by drawing
a guy with a knife.
Right.
And that's real, because hey, you Americans are comfortable with your guns. Let me tell you something. It's gonna come a time where guns ain't gonna mean shit, man. And they get these men and women are used to getting up close and personal just to survive, man. You understand that? It's gonna come a time where, these things take place, and the Most High is gonna be with his people for a time. I mean, even the 2/3 might push back and do some damage, But the thing is, they're all going to be destroyed when it comes down to it. Ecclesiasticus 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Well, this is obviously not that. And this ain't nothing prudent about this. And like I said, a prudent man. That's always, solidify that, because it's supposed to be men in that position.
I just so happen to click on this scripture. This is Proverbs 19:5. It says, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape.
God.
Hey, he ain't going to escape. Eventually, the Most High is going to turn them lies onto their heads, man. Because this is not a well-ordered government. They ain't going to be able to escape,
God. All right. This is the last.
And if you listen to the full clip, he says, by drawing attention to what's happening on the ground, it's just as this line goes online, you don't hate the media enough. Go ahead.
You remember Alternative Facts with Kellyanne? They did the same thing. She wasn't saying you make up fictions and pretend they're facts. You bring other facts to bear in the debate that are being ignored. And that's what he was saying. And I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking field residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking gease from ponds. Only 2 calls. And I think one lesson in this whole story, people don't care about geese. And people really hate geese. They, all things considered, I think people would prefer calling to complain about Haitian migrants to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. I think one lesson in this whole story, people don't care about geese.
Ever since Exton came out in place of Twitter, these Edomites been real strong with the N word, man.
Oh yeah, especially them behind and that because it's a place where Trump, supporters, which is usually mostly white males, right? Come and they can actually be themselves, man.
Yep. They can talk like they want to talk. He talking to Megyn Kelly, y'all comfortable as shit. Yeah. He just said what was on his mind. And Megyn Kelly didn't have no reaction to it. Matter of fact, later on, she tried to cover it up.
She said, because what he tried to say was, he said miggers.
Right.
I said miggers. I wasn't saying the nigger. Miggers.
Right.
Hey man, that's probably gonna be. They probably gonna make T-shirts of that shit now.
Right.
Trump party gonna have that. They gonna probably have that shit set up where they got the Migger campaign. Get the Miggers out, boy. And then they gonna get in the fight with a regular Jake. I wasn't talking to you. I said Migger. Mig.
Right. Right.
Like this is. So get out of your feelings. I wasn't talking to you. I didn't say nigger. I said Migger.
Yep. It's Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and had shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. And that's Esau in a nutshell.
Damn.
They trying to slay Jake.
Damn.
Whether it be the Venezuelans, the Haitians, or the so-called American Negroes. They trying to slay Jake. And right now they want to make their job easier by putting Jake against Jake. I mean, but hey, they already made it plain how they feel about you, man.
Right.
Them.
And if you listen to the full clip, he's
only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian residents calling to complain about Haitian residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls, and I think one lesson in this whole story: people don't care about geese. People really hate geese. All things considered, I think people would prefer Haitian migrants to come and take the geese off the golf course, right? So it's pets. Yeah. It's the cats and dogs has become the standard.
Right, and they all saying the cats and dogs when they know it's a lie.
I read online they're protected in Ohio, so you kind.
What did you do?
Aim for Edomite. Their emotions.
But nobody said shit about Moab doing it.
Right.
Moab is known for eating cats and dogs, but it ain't. But they humanize Moab
because they gave Moab the anti-Asian hate bill.
Yep.
And he take them damn cats and shit, and he serve them straight up to your ass.
Hell yeah.
That bitch tasting like all that. That's why we're gonna have that. Hey, Moab's my wash pot. Cause you can take some cat and make it taste like some orange chicken.
Right.
Shit, that's a bad motherfucker, man. We're just gonna have you using righteous ingredients.
Not just that, yeah. Moab motherfucking ass be studying the flavors of shit, man.
They do.
Shit, I mean, literally and figuratively shit, man.
Yeah, they raw with it. They'll just eat some shit still moving.
They'll eat a shit steak, man.
Yeah,
they actually be studying the flavor of stuff, man.
This is Psalms 50 and 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. That's what y'all clearly doing with this, right?
Esau, it didn't spread to all their media. Oh, the Haitian immigrants is eating cats and dogs. No, it was a lie, and they admitted it was a lie.
Right, all because Donald Trump pushed that narrative. See, it was already going around, you know, on the news and these media, but it made it went, you know, viral, especially when Donald Trump said it. They know that he's a media machine, man. Anything that has his name in it is going to push that shit over the edge, especially amongst so-called white people. Esau Edom, right? It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. Right? Because why? You are brothers, man. We closer to the so-called white man than as our brothers than
the Africans.
Hams. Yeah.
Well, used to be.
Right. That's the one. Actually, the South African. It was actually the South African man that killed the goose. It didn't have shit. It wasn't no, you know, Haitian. It was. They showed the nigga walk across the street looking. He had that in the bush look, you know, about him and shit. That nigga had it in his eyes. They showed the picture. He was looking. He had the duck and toe and shit, or the goose, you know. Yeah. So you chalk that up to him, you know. But see, in that mind, you all niggers, you know.
Yep.
It says, "Thou sittest." Niggers.
Right.
That's what he's
I'm
trying to say.
talking to you niggers. I'm talking to the miggers.
Yeah.
Like, God damn.
He tried to say that's what he said was nigger. Yeah. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. That's a form of slander. That's the type of shit that Esau sue your ass real quick for. And they using that against a group of people to push that narrative. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence, for thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. So you got it fucked up. Most like you thought I was just like y'all. That's why they worship the Lord, because they believe in that lie. He's just like us. The big guy in the sky looks just like me. That's the reason for Edomites to wake up in the morning and continue smiling in the kingdom that's failing. It says, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
And what you're seeing right now is us being set in order before your eyes. This is another one from Indisputable, where he is talking about this.
Did the editor-in-chief of the National Review say
since we already went to the video,
posted,
fast
Megyn
forwarded.
Kelly has never been happier. Having a guest on her show who dropped the N-word, another said, Haitian N-word migrants? Wow. And Megyn just let that slide? Third user posted, yeah, this will clean up J.D. Vance's mess. Following the backlash, National Review contributing editor Andy McCarthy took on social media to defend Lori from the...
I'll read it. Following the backlash, National Review contributor, editor Andy McCarthy took to social media to defend Lori from the ridiculous allegations. And he called the allegations ridiculous. It ain't ridiculous. You just heard it. McCarthy claimed Lori had obviously got crossed up between immigrants, short I, and migrants, long I. No, you just heard it. Started mispronouncing migrants with short I, and then instantly corrected himself with no embarrassment because it was
in his nature,
patently a mispronunciation. Lowry shared McCarthy's explanation and wrote, yep, this is exactly what happened. I began to mispronounce the word migrants and caught myself halfway through. Now, just for argument's sake,
and if you listen to the full clip, he says
police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian nigger, 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 that's calling to complain about Haitian nigger.
So, I mean, you heard it there. So, he was just saying migrants, and then and it didn't come out right. So he instead of saying migrants, he messed up. He said migrants instead of migrants. Let's listen to it one more time, because it said what, the short eye with the long eye, right?
McCarthy claimed Laurie had obviously got
so he got the short eye and the long eye mixed up. So instead of saying migrants or migrants, he said migrants. So let's listen to that one more time.
Migrants taking to complain about Haitian migrants to complain about Haitian migrants taking
right.
to complain about Haitian
Maybe he was gonna say Nigerians.
Right. Maybe he was gonna say,
like, whoa, these Nigerians. I mean migrants. Excuse me. That would have been a better.
Right. So it's all BS. Basically, what the Edomites are saying now is you didn't hear what you heard, or see what you saw.
Basically, gaslighting.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Y'all got anything else?
It says Psalms 50 and 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Oh no. Going down. It says Psalms 50 and 22. Now consider this, ye that forget the Most High, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. And they forgot the Most High. That's why they, like the scripture said earlier, or further up, they basically cast the law, statutes, and commandments behind them.
God.
But yet this is a God-fearing country. Bullshit. Mm-hmm. Psalms 50 and 23. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of the Most High.
God.
Alright, so we got to order our conversation right. And the first thing is to establish is that this is a fucking lie.
Right.
This is a blatant lie. He said nigger. Alright, this all was a psyop, and they brought them in this country, like he said, to make the brokies more, to make them super brokies, man.
Mm-hmm.
That inflation of that money is going to cause them to put in that digital currency. And now I'm not talking about Bitcoin.
Right.
I'm talking about
the MO to the TB.
Right. And it's going in your right hand or in your forehead. I don't care if it goes up in your ass. It's going up in you. You chose your side, man.
God.
So regardless of the matter, this is what it's all set up for. Because regardless of who gets in at the end of the day, they both pushing the same agenda.
God.
And that's to get y'all chipped.
God.
And dipped.
And with that, we're going to say Shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the Apostle of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, I can do in the work of truth and sincerity. Till the next time, Shalom.